All right, here we're getting started. Hey everyone, I am Michael Lara. Thank you for being here and watching it after recording as well. I'm super honored to be here and as your friendly brand ambassador at Big Brothers Big Sisters. Tanya is also on this call. So Tanya, I have a special slide just for you. Um,
Oh,
so check this out. So thank you so
oh,
much for being an amazing supporter for us. I know we just saw each other this morning, so I put that photo too there because like that was so
nice.
fast. I was like, I was. And then with the Top Golf, so Enterprise, thank you so much for supporting us at Top Golf for our executive leadership roundtable this morning celebrating Crystal. And so this Lunch and Learn is an amazing info session for your employees. And so for those that are here today, I want to start with an open icebreaker. What inspired you to be here today? So you can use in the chat. Mercy, you can just share. What inspired you to be here today?
Yeah, I think for me with Enterprise, we give back a lot. That's one of our, founding values. We have a whole foundation just allocated to giving back to the community. So as an organization, we're already like deep in our communities. A lot of our locations are not at airport properties. So our customers are the people that live and work in the same communities that our employees do. So as kind of to give back, we do so well business wise, and we're so lucky to have been in business for over 67 years at this point. It only makes sense to give back to the communities that we're so successful in. So this is my fourth group. I started in Hawaii, Alaska, Idaho, and now Southern California. And enterprises are the same everywhere, and making sure that we give back to our community. And Big Brothers Big Sisters is just a piece of that. We have a big brother in our admin department, Julian. He was in the picture with Tanya at the Top Golf event. So it's pretty close. Yeah, Julian's right there. So near and dear. And in the past, we've had big brothers in our management as well. So it's just to keep going with our relationship. So I'm excited.
Thank you so much, Marissa, for sharing that. It's all about giving back and being there for our communities, like you serve, like we're serving throughout. Sometimes you're not at the airport, but it's very intentional, like who we're serving, and I think it's a perfect alignment with what we're trying to accomplish. And I mean, we have amazing champions like Julian and Tanya, like it's now Marissa, like it takes a village. It truly takes a village to make a difference, and I that's what inspires me to be here today too. To be honest, a little bit about myself. I've been serving our community for over 10 years. I've been a dedicated youth empowerment. Like I've been focusing on serving the youth as much as I can. I got an award through the Chamber of Commerce for representing the youth. I went to UCI. I am a newlywed in 2021. I got married at Disneyland and then or had a wedding reception at Disneyland. And so I'll do anything that we, to do to serve our community, to make a difference, and even getting pied in the face or dressing up as Santa. I'm here for the long term, and I'm here to make a difference. I also want to kind of spotlight my little's Nick. He's super amazing. He's not little anymore. He's 22 years old, goes to Cal State Fullerton. And that connection has helped both him and myself to be there for each other. And it kind of has changed over the years from just grabbing pizza to now jumping on Zoom calls for like a quick check in. But he also does like mock interviews that I do with him. And I invite him to networking events so he gets exposure and all that. So I have another icebreaker before we get started. Mentorship. Mentorship is a core value with Big Brothers Big Sisters. But sometimes people forget what is mentorship. So, question to you all. Let's see who can answer this. What movie has mentorship? Or what character has mentorship? Have you seen any movies that has mentorship? Can you think of one? Anyone? What do you
I
got?
feel like I'm overthinking this because there's like
Yes.
mentorships and everything. Oh, Karate Kid. Thank you, Crystal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, right on, Crystal. That was super cool. So a lot of times, there's mentorship out there. People don't think about it. Batman and Robin. There is Yoda. There's the Karate Kid. Even informal mentors, like a supervisor, like Crystal to me. But also we have those fifth grade teachers that I had that continue to this day checks up on me and says, "How's everything going? Is there anything else you need?" And so mentorship can look at different ways. And the cool thing about Big Brother Big Sisters, we are the oldest, largest youth mentoring organization since 1904. And that's more of a formal mentorship. You know, we have a bigs and littles with one-to-one. Last year alone, we served over 3,592 matches. So that's equivalent to over 97,000 volunteer hours. And so it's remarkable what we're trying to accomplish because we're also a science-based organization. 1 in 3 kids are growing up without a positive role model, without a mentor. So we have over 130 kids in the wait list, and the kids go from 6 years old to 16. And to be honest, they're all looking for a friend, someone they can connect with, someone that can, you know, have that formal mentorship that can grow over time. And we have a special guest here on the call too that's going to speak about her experience as a mentor. And so our youth have like 53% are being raised by single parents, and then 38% are dealing with housing insecurities. But the impact you can have as a mentor is remarkable. I won't go through all the stats, but like quick stats that I like to highlight is coming out of the pandemic, the United States General Surgery Report shows that social connections is an all-time low, and mentorship addresses that. And so mental health is being improved when you have mentorship, 84%. Also, another one I want to highlight is 94% are reporting higher education. And so that's the impact you can have with the youth. You can help them steer in the right direction. You can help them think different perspectives. And so, what is it like to be a big? What does it mean to be a mentor in our program? It's as easy as 3-2-1, 3 hours twice a month for 1 year. It's about giving back to one individual in your community, one individual that you can just take to the park. You can walk or grab ice cream together, go watch a movie. Simple things that we are normally are doing. Invite them to do it with you, and so it opens up different perspectives and a different understanding, and someone else that sometimes they just need that additional support. I'm guilty. Sometimes I didn't listen to my parents growing up, but I would hear from, a teacher. I'm like, oh, she told me, I gotta listen. And could have been the same messaging, but it's that additional support that the mentorship provides the mentors. So I have a special guest. If she can come on mute, and I want to invite her. So part of our big recruitment committee, we have amazing mentors. Andriana, this is all you. She's a big in our program. I'll have her speak about her experience at Big Brothers Big Sisters. I guess 3 questions I have for you to talk about is who you are, what is your favorite moment or your experience at Big Brothers, and any words of advice. The floor is yours.
Absolutely. So first off, thank you for allowing me to be part of this morning. So Big Brothers and Sisters is absolutely a program that's very near and dear to my heart. It's weird. I don't even like kids. I will just throw that out there right now. I don't even like kids. I never wanted kids, but I will tell you that being part of Big Brothers and Sisters is probably one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done in my life. So my name is Andrea Vidler. And I'm actually part of a big couple. So my husband and I are a big couple for a young man named Jacob. So we have been partnered. It will be 4 years in September. And we partnered with Jacob on his birthday when he turned 8 years old. So he is now almost 12. And it's just been an incredible journey. So we have watched this young man from being 8 years old, just shy, very introverted, really nervous and all of that, and just watched him kind of grow out of his shell over the past 3 to 4 years. So his mom, just to give you some backstory, a lot of what Michael's talking about here is so important. So his mother was incarcerated for drugs, and his father was incarcerated for domestic abuse, basically. So Jacob is actually being raised by his grandmother, and it's Jacob, his older sister, and 2 younger brothers. And his grandmother works a full-time job. She tries to homeschool them. She tries the best that she can, but it's hard, right? I mean, to be basically raising your grandchildren, trying to hold everything together, full-time job and all of that. And so it's just one of those things where we were able to step in and provide some stability for him, to provide what a good relationship looks like, to be there just to listen. Like, our job is not to be there to parent him. That's what his grandmother's doing. Our job is to just be there to have fun with him. Let's just go out. Let's have fun. Let's talk. How are things? And get him to explore and try new things. It used to be where he didn't want to try anything, super nervous. And now, I mean, it's just so great. I love this kid. But it's so great to see him just try new things and just grow. And I knew I was gonna cry. I shouldn't have done this, but it is really fulfilling, and to just watch him turning into this brave, bold young man that has a much brighter future than I think he would have had if Big Brothers and Sisters hadn't been there for him. So, yeah, I mean, he does water polo. He's in Young Marines. He's already starting to think about things that he wants to do with his future, and it's really been so meaningful to be part of that. So, yeah. Um, I would recommend anybody to do this program. Absolutely. Okay, really good. Thanks.
Andrea, that was beautiful. I mean, you can tell Marissa and Enterprise, like she's a volunteer mentor. And just to be clear, she doesn't work for us. She works for Kohl's, and she is giving her heart, her with her significant other, and seeing that individual go from being shy to now exploring new things and just seeing the growth. You can see it in the emotions. It's remarkable what you can do, and it impacts the mentors too. And it's just, the simple things of, like, you're not there, like she said, like, you're not there to parent them. You're there to guide them, to listen, to provide that different opportunities that normally they wouldn't. Sometimes they are only at school or home, school and home, and sometimes home might not be ideal. And that's where the mentors come in. The mentors come in to focus that support role and helping them. So Andrea, thank you so much for that. It's remarkable. So to everyone at Enterprise, there's 3 things you can do, and I would encourage you all to lean in. And so the first one, mentorship. Mentorship is very simple. 3, 2, 1, 3 hours twice a month for 1 year. We do 1-to-1, but you also do 2-to-1. To Andrea's point, it's very impactful to have that support when it's very flexible. So what I'm going to put in the chat is the link to sign up to become a mentor. Echo to what Crystal said in the chat. Yes, thank you for your compassion and mentorship. So authentic. Yeah, it speaks from the heart. When you're mentoring someone, it's very simple, but at the same time, it impacts them for a lifetime. We have mentors that have been matched 5 years, 10 years, 25 years. And it's, once you start doing it, you're like, oh, wow, this impact is very, very useful for everyone involved. And so the requirements to be big, you're probably thinking, okay, wow, Michael, that was so motivational. What are the requirements? The requirements is you must have a valid driver license and a current insurance policy. You must have no DUIs or traffic violations in the last 3 years, no felonies in the last 7 years, and then be able to provide 3 references, 1 professional, 1 friend, and 1 family member. It could be a sibling, it could be your parents. Those are the requirements to be a mentor. So as you can see, it's very flexible. We're not looking for the perfect candidate. We're looking for that one that's going to be consistent in their life, that wants to build a connection, and that's committed to make a difference in the community. And so the next step, the most crucial step into moving on to the process of getting involved with volunteering with Big Brother, Big Sisters, is the volunteer interview. That's the most crucial part. So let's say Tanya's ready to become a big. You come into an interview. That interview is about 90 minutes, and that where our interview staff is going to be interviewing you as an individual to get to know you as a person. So anything from your upbringing, if you're introverted to extroverted, if you're open to be outdoors versus indoors, if you're willing to, we ask you just different questions, even what's your favorite color. And so we're trying to get to know you as a person. And so we are told we're the oldest match.com, and being the oldest match.com, we're very intentional on how we match big brother with little brother, big sister with little sister. At the same time, when you do your interview, we do what's called live scan through the Department of Justice, through the DMV, to make sure you meet the requirements, and we check your references. Once those 3 steps are completed, we then give you a call and say, hey, you've been accepted or you're not accepted. And so if you've been accepted, we then provide you the next steps, which is online training videos, our boot camp. It's about 4 hours self-paced. That 4-hour self-paced is where I would emphasize any step out of the way is communication will be very important to make sure we're giving you the best experience possible. And so 4 hours could be like, Marissa gets it done in 1 Friday evening. It's like, oh, I got it done so fast. Some people may take 10 minutes each week. Ideally, let us know what's going on so we can work with you. Because right after your interview, the review committee could have already a little in mind. They could have Sally Mae or Gal Gadot. And so you'll be like, who do you pick? And so we'll offer you those options. And then you're like, I would like to mentor Gal Gadot. Okay, great. That's amazing. And for those who don't know who that is, it's Wonder Woman. Um, so so that's pretty cool because then you're like, you get to meet the little, you get to meet the family in person. And then if it all works out, you're officially matched and you start your matches. And now I'm going to pause right here to see if you have any questions so far.
I think one question I have is like, what do you see as the most hesitation for people to sign up for to be a big or a big couple? Like with Andrea, like I would want to know, it's me, my husband, and two Chihuahuas.
Yeah.
So like how do you get like your significant other on board for this? Or what are some hurdles that you need to overcome to get people to make that jump to sign up to be a big?
Michael, can I chime in and answer?
Yep, I saw it. Yep, go for it. I
I
see
love
you.
it. You know, Marissa, it's such a good question. So many people will think, oh, I'm not meant for this. I'm not good at it. I'm still working on myself. I'm still trying to figure out my life. And what we have to remember is that, and I think Michael had put it in some of these pieces, it's our national tagline. It takes a little to be big. And that's ultimately what it is. You know, it's those little moments, that consistency, that make that big difference. So it's like we're all in a work in progress every day. I'm trying to figure out my life and what I want to be when I grow up. But it's the amazing parts on the way. Andrea, you want to chime into that too?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, a lot of what I run into when I talk to people about is they're like, twice a month, I have to give up every other Saturday, that sort of thing. And that's really not what it is. It's really about just spending that time when you have it. So I mean, we've done weeknight type things, we've done, weekend things. We've gone where we've seen them two weeks in a row and then won't see them for 3 weeks. It's really flexible between what you and what the littles, guardian, what you guys work out. So you can see them as much as you want, or, at least twice a month type thing, but there's so much flexibility in there. And I think people think it's a lot more rigid than it really needs to be. So it's just about having those open lines of communication and finding the right cadence that works for you and that little.
Thank you.
Amazing question and great answers. Yeah, it takes little to be big. It's, that's the biggest thing when you're trying to get involved. You think, oh, it's a big commitment. Actually, it's not. It's very small and tiny. It's to Andrea's point, it's like it's the spending the time, the quality time when you can, and just being there. To Crystal's point, you just gotta be there, and it could be as little as like, hey, how's it going? And there's a big that I remember he was telling me about it. Like he was sometimes just driving him around and around the city, and because they both didn't know what to talk about. But after a couple outings, the little started opening. I was like, oh, so my day was going on, and he started like getting excited every time the big would pull up to their house, and they're very excited for the quick drive around the city because he had never explored the city. They were only used to the home and school. And so it's the small things that you can be doing, just being there and time. Some matches like mine, we knocked it off the park. We just got along real quick. Sometimes you to her story, like they start shy, they don't say much. That's I think a majority, and then they open up later. You give them time, and so just being there, spending time with them makes the huge difference. All right, I'm gonna move on, and so we also like to kind of showcase the bigs and the littles. So the littles, if you have any littles in your community that you want to refer to us, it's very simple. They go to a very similar process. They go through an orientation, they go through an interview. But the key word I want to make sure is every little in our program, if it's through, because we do have MOUs with the school districts and our site-based programming, and we get referrals from like those counselors, those teachers, and from the community. But ultimately, sometimes parents just come to our front door and just, hey, I want to sign them up. With the littles, even if the parents bring them to our program, they have to be willing. So we interview them like, my parents forced me to be here. We cannot accept them. But if they say, no, I would like a friend, I would like somebody that I can talk to, that's our little. That little that's, want to be part of program, and it just makes a life-changing difference when they start getting involved. So I put that in the chat, how to enroll little. Another way. So the second biggest thing, part of the three components of taking action besides mentorship is giving. And Enterprise does a great job with this. They were very involved with Top Golf. So thank you so much, Enterprise. It's remarkable. You know, we also offer matchmakers, so recurring gifts. You know, sometimes the companies, you know, help with matchmakers. And I know, Krista, since you're here, if you want to talk more about that, you're more than welcome to.
Sure. Yes. So it's a recurring giving program. So if you think about it, I mean, we all have plenty of subscriptions, Starbucks addictions, maybe some more than others. So this is looking at a simple $25 minimum gift a month. And that will help support, you know, these match outings, our fingerprinting for our volunteers. So it's just a recurring giving program that we offer that, you know, is a great component to sharing our story. If you're not maybe able to be a big right now, then you know you can support in that way.
And that's the perfect segment too. If mentorship is not for you, then giving could be a good component for you. So we accept in-kinds, one-time donations, anything from 5 to thousands. You know, we're welcome, even including grants. Sometimes, you know, different companies propose grants. So we are welcome to all types of giving, even giving time. And so, which leads me to the next part, the last part, the most important part that I think Tanya does a great job at is being a great champion, you know, helping us spread the word. Mentorship is for everyone. It's for serving our community to meet them where they're at, and it's helping advocate for the youth to make a difference today. And it just takes the one-to-one mentorship. And so I would say, come check us out at our events. Come check out our social media. Check our newsletter. We are here to service our communities, but we can only do that if we come together, because it takes a village, but we're bigger together. And so I would definitely say continue being champions. We need more champions as we can get, because it takes a village once again. I would also like to take a moment to talk about our new ambassador referral friend program. And so we just started this program pretty recently. And so let's say Tanya has some people that she wants to refer. Now, every person she refers, she gets $100. And then if they complete the interview, that's when the money is exported out. But they also get $50. So this is helping to, you know, sometimes some families cannot afford to drive out here. Well, when you refer, boom, we'll pay for your gas. It's very simple. And so I'll put that in the chat, and you can create your own kind of referral link in there. And it helps us help spread the word, but also, you know, celebrate you all and say thank you. Here's 100. And in some cases, if you don't want the 100, you can give it to another youth. You can give it to the community. And so this is our way to give back and help encourage those champions in our community to continue giving back. And so I want to just quickly say thank you so much for having me today. We here, Big Brother Big Sisters at Orange County Inland Empire, we have over 90 employees. I think about almost 100 now, and we're just here to commit to serve every community as much as we can. So if you're ready, I encourage everyone to sign up for an interview. Thank you so much. My name is Michael Lara, your friendly brand ambassador. Any questions?
No, this has been great. Thank you, Michael, Crystal, Andrea, and you know, sharing stories and giving us the inside scoop of what's going on. We love to be a part of this. I guess from here, a lot of our committee members or volunteer committee members are on this call on the enterprise side, and we'd like to, you know, be more involved, you know, on the volunteerism side and provide opportunities for, you know, like one time or, you know, just signups for our employees to volunteer their time, because we do have a volunteer day for all of our employees and we want to encourage them to use it instead of, you know, applying a PTO day. So I'm looking forward to those events that come up.
Right on. Any other comments? How'd I do, Tanya?
I think just overall you have done amazing, and then thank you and thank Crystal for setting this up with us and for letting our team be a part of it, because that's the most important thing. And at the end of the day, you're right, it does take a village, right? And we all want to do not just what's right, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's just self-fulfilling. So this is just a great opportunity just to step out of your comfort zone, to step out of the box and just be a giver. Sometimes giving back helps you as well, just as much as the person that's receiving that. So this is just a great opportunity for us just to work together. And obviously anything you need from us, we're here to spread the word. And obviously we want to be great partners, and whatever we could do to help volunteer, we definitely want to be there for you guys.
Thank you so much. That's very, I appreciate your kind words. Friend, I saw you come on video. Want to echo the same sentiment?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Marissa and Tanya both spoke for pretty much all of us. I'm kind of like a little bit newer to it, so it was great today to kind of hear everything that you guys do. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to, you know, being a little more involved and kind of dipping my toes in a little bit more for sure. But thank you guys.
Awesome. So I think that's about it. I appreciate your time. I'm just gonna play some outro music. I hope you all wish a wonderful day because you got a friend in me. I'm a
Thanks,
Disney.
Michael.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
guys. Thank you.